So a couple months ago, I tried to play and record a drum cover of one of my favorite songs, and it ended up going pretty horribly. I ended up removing the video from my channel actually, and some of the reasons I messed up were because, one, I recorded the drum parts way before editing, and I didn't realize until I was kilometers away from my drum set that they sounded terrible, and obviously it was too late to redo it. Two, I didn't have any sheet music, and you might be thinking, okay, so what? Just listen to the drum parts and play by ear. Unfortunately, I suck at doing that. I'll be back. I keep forgetting the next line that I'm meant to play, and sometimes I really can't tell which drums are playing amongst the other instruments in the song. Anyways, 5 months later, and I'm gonna try and do this properly. This is not gonna be some professional music lesson or anything. This is just gonna be me having fun with my hobby and learning how to use some new software apps, some new tools. Now that I knew what the issues were, I could find some solutions. First of all, my recording only sounded bad because the cable I was using to export the drum parts from my drum set to my laptop had a mic. So that mic was also recording the surroundings. So that fix was pretty simple. I just got a new cable. Cool. The more challenging fix was getting a transcript of the song since I couldn't find any online. I was gonna have to transcribe this by myself, and I've barely transcribed any music, let alone a full song. I've taken some basic music theory classes in primary school, in high school, but that was really it. I mean, I can read sheet music, so it shouldn't be that difficult, right? Well, wrong. This was gonna take forever. First of all, trying to correct mistakes on paper is a pain. Secondly, trying to figure out all the more complicated subdivisions was kind of difficult and was just gonna take even longer. As I was suffering through this, I thought to myself, I live in the 21st century. There has to be a better way to do this. I thought back to a clip I saw of a dude transcribing drum parts for his videos on an iPad. So I knew there was a way to do this digitally. I went straight to Google and started looking for suitable apps. But all the apps I found were either terrible or paid. I don't want to pay. Anyways, one night I had terrible sleep insomnia. So I picked up my phone to pass some time, and by some stroke of luck, I found this dude on Reddit who created the exact type of app I needed. So I got to transcribing straight away. This app is pretty cool. It's actually able to play back the notes that you have locked down, and it then writes the sheet music for you. So that's pretty cool. On top of that, there seems to be some kind of community here because a bunch of people have already submitted transcripts that they have created, which is also pretty cool. I've scanned through the app to get an idea of how it works, and this should be pretty simple. I isolated the drum track of the song, and I'm slowly logging the parts on the app. Transcribing wasn't all that bad, it just took a while. There's one part of the song where it started going into halftime, was a bit of a pain. I had no idea what I was doing, and I ended up just spending like an hour doing trial and error, and this. I noticed a hi-hat going off in the background, and I ended up using that to track where all the other drums should be going. So for example, this bass drum plays right before the hi-hat, so I put it there. This one plays with the hi-hat, so I put it there. And yeah, that ended up working pretty well. Now that that's done, I have my sheet music printed, and the less easy part is going to be practicing the song. But I only have access to my drum set for 2 weeks before I go back to uni. I also have a band gig coming up, and I have to practice 6 other songs for that during this time period as well. I don't know if I'm even going to get this video done on time, but I'm filming it anyway, so hopefully it's good. The first day of learning a new song is always such a pain for me. Since everything is new, it always feels like the song is going to be so impossible to play, and I kind of just have to rough it through that first period where all the drum parts feel uncomfortable and my limbs aren't doing what I want them to do. Too slow. But anyways, when I start learning a song, I first like to find the main beat, since that usually makes up like 70% of the song. And once I have that, I start practicing the intro, which I find is usually the hardest part of the song, and sometimes it comes back later in the song, so you've got like 2 hard parts down already. Once I've gotten comfortable with the intro, I practice all the fills, and once that's done, I try to blend everything together. It does usually take me a few days of playing all these parts at a slow tempo before I can play at the speed of the song, and then another while before I get comfortable actually playing along with the music. Now once I've learned all the basic parts, I'm just gonna keep playing the song over and over again until all of my movements feel automatic. Then after that I can also start fixing up some small mistakes. I was struggling to play this one part using my regular stick position because going from the tom 3 to the hi-hat with my right hand, I have to like kind of swing my body to the side.
to the side.
That's funny. So I'm practicing this hi-hat flick with my left hand so that I can move faster from the tom 3 to the hi-hat. I'm gonna see how this goes and see how it transfers at a higher speed. Otherwise I may just have to practice getting faster at this regular stick position. We'll see. Again. 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 Don't know if I'm gonna get this done in time. Things are a bit messy. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah, Duckboy!
I think I'm happy with that. That was pretty fun. This is actually the first time I've attempted to make a long talking video, and it made me feel like I was actually learning the song for a reason, which is pretty nice. I mean, I love drumming, but it's very rare that I actually get to learn a song for a specific purpose instead of just for fun, which this was fun, but you know, both, I guess. But I really love performing for an audience, and making this video gave me a bit of that same feeling, so I really hope that you enjoyed it. And maybe you even learned something, which would be a big bonus. Anyways, don't know what I'm gonna do next, but hopefully I will be seeing you guys again